In this video, we're going to explore the powerful world of selling handcrafted items, and we're going to learn how people are leveraging powerful platforms like Etsy and Amazon to create six-figure businesses selling handcrafted items. So let's dive in. So what is selling handcrafted items? In today's digital age, the online market has become a busting hub for commerce. You know this, everybody's on Amazon, everybody's buying on Walmart.com, everybody is shopping on the internet. Because of this, there are so many opportunities for artisans and people that are crafters to showcase and sell their unique creations to a global audience. Selling handcrafted items online is not just about making a profit, it's about sharing one's passion, creativity, and craftsmanship with the world. Now you might be thinking, I'm not super creative, I don't know how to create handcraft things. Well, relax, we're going to explore different things that you can do. Now remember, you don't have to be extremely creative. There are people that are making six figures selling literal fucks in a jar, selling candles, and selling picture frames that they're literally just printing things on the internet and putting it in a nice frame. So you don't have to overcomplicate how creative this has to be. You just have to sell products that people actually want to purchase. And it's not that hard for you to come up with ideas if you do your research and look into other people that are selling handcrafted items. So why is selling handcrafted items so popular right now? Well, first of all, the number one reason why is because you're leveraging the power of the internet. You have global and international reach from anywhere, so you don't have to worry about marketing to a specific marketplace or being stuck selling your items to local places like your farmer's market or a local pop-up location where all these people come together and they sell their handcrafted items. You can literally take advantage of the global reach that these platforms have access to, like Etsy and Amazon. Not to mention the wide range of audiences that they've built throughout the years that trust those platforms, making it easier for everybody to sell those types of items. So, flexibility is another huge thing that it makes this very popular. Because you're leveraging the power of the internet, you get to work with your own hours. You get to work on your time. Now, if you're making lots of orders and people are actually purchasing your products, obviously you're going to have to dedicate a portion of time to this. But once you get systems set into play, you can essentially hire people to do most of the work and you can outsource almost everything. So those are things you want to keep into consideration, that it does take work to get started, but eventually you will get that flexibility. And this is also a side hustle that you can do while you work. So it can be another way for you to add additional sources of income without actually having to quit your job if that's the route you wanted to go. Now, obviously, this course is to help you quit your job and teach you how you can make six figures with different business models. But just wanted to throw that idea out there. So another thing is that it doesn't cost that much money to get started. Most of these things you can buy at craft stores like Michael's, or you can reach out to manufacturers overseas and you can buy them in bulk and really pay from pennies on the dollar each thing you're going to make, depending on what you're making. On top of that, you have direct connection with your customers, Online platforms, especially social media, allow creative people to connect directly with their audiences. This direct interaction helps them understand the customer's preference a little bit better, receive feedback so you can get better at your craftsmanship, and handle all the packaging and shipping when it comes to making sure everything looks good and your customers get the best experience through that. So another thing is niche market. The online world is vast and there are markets for almost everything. Whether it's hand-knitted sweatshirts or it's handcrafted jewelry, there is a unique place or marketplace for you to sell those products. So that's also one thing you want to keep into consideration, is that there is so much variety as far as what you can sell, and there's essentially a niche of supporters for everything out there. So how do you get started? Well, first, you need to do a self-assessment. You need to get familiar with what you want to make, what you want to craft, what you're going to outsource to make everything a lot easier. So ask yourself, what are you good at? What craft or handmade items can you create? Are you skilled in pottery? Are you skilled in jewelry making? Do you have a thing for knitting? Or are you good at other craftsmanships? What are your passions? It's critical to choose a craft that you're passionate about. This passion will drive you during challenging times and motivation to keep you going as you improve and innovate your products. It's going to take time to figure out what you're going to do. It's going to take time for you to master your products. But once you have a system in play, you will be able to make a lot of amazing products that are going to sell very, very fast. So resources is something you want to consider as well. Do you have the right tools? Where can you get the materials? Where can you buy everything? Do you have available space to store all your items once they're made? Do you have a dedicated workspace to actually create these things? You want to make sure that these are all the things you want to keep into consideration when it comes to investing and starting a craftsmanship business. Do some market research. What are the trends? Stay updated on current trends in the handcraft market. Platforms like Pinterest, Etsy, trend report, or craft blogs can be valuable resources for you to understand what people are looking for and what's popular right now. Take time to figure out what's in demand right now, Identify which handcraft items are high in demand. This can be done by checking best sellers on platforms like Etsy or Amazon Handmade. We'll go ahead and explore those options as well. And lastly, you want to make sure that you check the competition. What does the competition look like for that specific product? Analyze your competition. What are they offering? How are their products priced? And what can you do that's different or not better than what they're currently doing right now? This is a good opportunity for you to really just do your research and figure out how you can improve the overall product and the way you're marketing your business. Budgeting and finance is the last thing. Like I said, you do have to have an initial investment. You do have to invest in getting the products and getting outsourcing certain things to get them done. But once you have that set up and you have the initial investment ready to go, it shouldn't be too expensive, but you do want to calculate the initial cost, including material, tools, marketing, setting up your online store, and all that good stuff. Because you are going to have to take product photography. You are going to have to invest in software that can help you come up with some copyright for the product description. All of those things are going to be valuable ways for you to market your business. Even investing in your own personal website would be something that I recommend you invest in as you grow and reinvest your profits into your business. So what are the best products to sell? Well, first you need to understand the market and your ideal audience. Who are you making products for? Who is the ideal person that's going to purchase your products? Figure out what their behavior is. Recognize what drives your consumers to buy handcraft items. Often it's the uniqueness, the quality, and the story behind the product. So take time to craft your story. Why are you doing this? What's inspired you to create that specific product? Don't be afraid to talk about your personal interest and share that passion in your projects and the product description. Also, seasonal trends. Seasons happen throughout the year. Seasons happen all over the world at different times. So you can take advantage of selling seasonal trends. Like some products may sell better during specific times of the year. Like patriotism stuff is gonna sell a lot more during July. Holiday Christmas stuff is gonna sell a lot more during December. Thanksgiving, fall themed stuff is gonna sell a lot more during November, during the fall time. These are things that you want to keep into consideration when it comes to taking advantage of those seasonal trends. So what are some popular handcraft categories? Now, jewelry is always in demand, but it's essential to find a unique style or niche that fits you. Materials can range from precious metals to sustainable or upcycled materials. So you have to also figure out what kind of metals you're going to use. Is it going to be quality products? Is it going to be more affordable products? Is it going to be eco-friendly products? Figure out what you're going to outsource when it comes to materials. Home decor is also going to be huge when it comes to handcraft items, because people are always looking for handcraft paintings. They're looking for unique wall designs, unique custom-made furniture pieces. Home decor is always going to be popular when it comes to handcrafting. Clothing and accessories. One more thing about home decor is that typically can be more high-ticket items, meaning that you can sell your products for a lot more money versus selling like clothing and accessories. But that doesn't mean that those items don't sell fast enough where you can still make a good profit. So clothing and accessories, handmade bags, scarves, hats, or even unique clothing pieces can be extremely popular. Paintings, sculptures, or digital art prints on the shirts are another great way for you to create products that are very unique, stand out. You can partner up with companies like Printify or Printful, and you can basically come up with unique items and put those on shirts, buy them in bulk, and then have them sent out and sell them on Etsy or Amazon for yourself. Niche products is another thing you want to keep into consideration. Personalized items are huge when it comes to handcraft. That's one of the reasons why people love handcraft items, because they're made by hand, so they have the ability to be customized and add personalized messages or items on them. Sustainable and eco-friendly items as well. People are moving into a more conscious state of mind. We're a lot more aware of the environment and the effects that the way we're living has on it. So people are starting to look for more eco-friendly options, and you can stand out a little bit more by being able to provide that type of option for people that have those type of values. Last thing is seasonal craftsman things, or pop culture icons. Another thing that is huge when it comes to handcraft things is the uniqueness of pop culture icons that you can make as well. Things like SpongeBob, things like Will Smith, or anything popular like Post Malone, Katy Perry, like stuff like that. Things that are popular and trending. Obviously, you got to make them in a way where they're unique, so you're not doing any type of copyright infringement. But people love those types of things because they're passionate about those people. They want to follow those types of characters, and taking advantage of those types of things can be a great opportunity for you to make increased sales. So what are some product examples? Like we said, jewelry is extremely popular. So personalized jewelry, name necklaces, birthstone rings, initial earrings. Those are awesome things that can be personalized. Statement pieces like chunky necklaces, large hoop earrings, or bohemian bracelets. I'm not too sure what that is. Home decor, wall art is huge. Candles are huge, and the thing about candles too is that if you make a really good fragrance, then candles run out. So people are going to be reoccurring. People are going to be repurchasing the product if they really, really like it. Wall hangings, plant hangers, and dream catchers are also very popular as well. Beauty and personal care is another huge thing. Natural soap, bath bombs, skincare, those are all handcraft items that are up for repeating purchases. So if someone likes the way it smells, or someone likes the way it makes their skin feel, then you can create a lifelong customer that's going to support you every month. That's huge when you can get 100 people that love your product and are consistently repurchasing it. That can be a huge game changer for your business, because if you have 100 people that purchase you every month consistently, then you're going to have guaranteed revenue every single month because of those people. And 100 people purchasing your product can be pretty big profit. That can be up to $10,000. So that's something you want to keep into consideration. Tech accessories, handmade photo cases, laptop cases. Another thing is like mugs, home accessories like mugs, handmade plates, bowls, spoons, cutting boards, especially when you personalize spoons or cutting boards with your engravings on it, or you put engravings or logos or branding on certain mugs or illustrations. Like that's another thing that's really popular that people want to use to drink their coffee, sharing their favorite icons, sharing their favorite pop culture icons, sharing their favorite cartoons or whatever it is that you're doing, amazing designs that share people's hobbies or passions. Putting that stuff on mugs or cutting boards is something that people love doing. I remember when I was gifted a cutting board with me and my ex's name. At the time, obviously we were together, and I thought it was awesome. I put it in my kitchen. I still have it today just because I love the idea of it. I love the craftsmanship, and I think it's awesome. Okay, so sourcing products or supplies. So obviously, once you figure out what you're gonna buy, what you're gonna sell, you need to figure out where you're gonna buy it from. Who are you gonna outsource certain products? So the important thing that you want to focus on is quality materials, especially if you're doing beauty and skincare stuff or healthcare stuff. You want to make sure that you use quality products. High quality materials can significantly enhance the perceived value of your handcraft items. If you take time to outsource If you take time to outsource quality materials, it will showcase on the perceived value of your craftsmanship, and it will allow you to sell those items for a lot more money. And so that's how you can establish yourself as a luxury brand, by focusing on quality materials and adding as much value to your customers whenever they purchase products from you. Durability is another huge thing. You want to make sure that what you're selling is going to last. It's not going to break on the first 3 or 4 uses, or it's not going to break during shipping. So you want to make sure that those are things that you want to keep into consideration. Safety, especially important if you're crafting items like beauty products or children's toys. Ensure the materials are safe and not toxic. You don't want to be getting sued because you're taking shortcuts when it comes to beauty supplies or children's stuff, because lead paints and all that stuff can be harming, and it can definitely affect your salary account. Now, when it comes to actually getting the supplies as well, you get to choose between local suppliers or international suppliers. Some of the pros of going to your local craftsmanship is they have it on the spot. You're usually going to probably pay a little bit more, and you have a restricted selection, but you can get everything as soon as possible, and you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Now, international supplies, typically it's more affordable. They have a lot more range and quality of different supplies, but you are going to have to wait for the extended delivery duration, possible customer complaints if it's low quality, and the challenges that come with ensuring that it's a quality product before you actually get it. So that's another huge thing you want to keep into consideration as well. Now, digital platforms where you can actually find products as well would be like AliExpress, Alibaba are some great places where they will connect you with suppliers where you can actually buy products to outsource and customize. I once knew this guy who he used to go to just Walmart or Target, and he used to buy like Star Wars toys and other types of toys from those type of themes. And what he would do is he would actually paint them so they were hyper realistic. And I thought it was a great idea. He used to make a lot of good money doing this, and it didn't even cost that much money. All you had to do was invest in some good paint, and then he would just have to paint over the certain things. I remember, I think it was like a droid that he bought that was from Star Wars, and he basically completely customized it, repainted over it, and the craftsmanship showed, and he turned this $20 toy into a $100 collectible. So those are things you need to keep into consideration as well, is how can you buy things that are already made products and just add a little bit more to them to make them worth more money. That slight customization that you cannot buy in the store is something that people would love to pay for. Other people, they like to do like customize, what are those, Funko Pops? They do customized backgrounds for those. They do customized actual Funko Pops where they'll actually paint over them. They'll get certain characters and they'll add more and they'll mod them more. That's also worth a lot of money. People will definitely pay for the uniqueness of their favorite, pop culture icons and all that good stuff. You also want to pick your niche, like the benefits of choosing a niche are a lot. There's a lot of different benefits that come from that, but one of them is reduced competition. You have more authority over your brand. You have a better, more concise targeted audience, meaning that like the people that you actually target within those niche are more likely to actually work, and your marketing campaigns are going to be more effective because they're already passionate and show interest about that specific niche. And customer loyalty, like niche customers often become loyal fans and repeat buyers if they resonate with your values and they resonate with your product. So don't be afraid to add a little bit of a uniqueness to your products, add that personality, and share your values about who you are when they go on your pages to see your products. Factors to consider when choosing a niche is your passion and expertise. What are you passionate about? What are you good at? That passion is going to keep you going during hard times. That expertise is going to make you stand out more than your competition. What is the market demand? Do your research to ensure that there's a demand for your product in that niche. Tools like Google Trends or keyword research tools can help with that. Look at the profitability. Make sure that it's actually worth selling those products, and there's a pretty good profit margin when it comes to actually outsourcing and selling. So that's something you want to keep in consideration too. And scalability, yeah, you might be making pretty good sales right now, but does it have potential to actually grow and turn into a six-figure business? Now, I'm going to show you guys a couple of examples to show you how even the smallest ideas can become six-figure businesses, but I just want you to be open-minded to these possibilities. Now, you want to research potential niches. Online marketplaces like Etsy or Amazon Handcraft are great places where you can just look at your competition, look at what other people are doing, explore popular categories and niches to get some more ideas. You can go on Pinterest or Instagram, and that can also indicate, trending niches based on popular posts or what's going viral right now. And you can also join crafting forums on Facebook groups to understand what enthusiasts are discussing about, what's selling fast, what are people capitalizing on when it comes to, popular products. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to do research to figure out what's your ideal niche and what is selling right now. On top of the fact that you're also going to be creating those handcraft items, you're also creating a business. And when you're creating a business, you're also creating a brand. So, branding is more than just a logo or a tagline. It's the overall perception and emotional response your customers have towards your business. A strong brand will differentiate you from a market that's competitive. It'll help you create memorable impressions, and it'll foster customer loyalty. The same way brands like Nike and Adidas are extremely influential, brands like let's see, what are some other huge brands like UBL, Husky, when it comes to like the recognition they have as tools and stuff, like Milwaukee, like those are things you need to keep in consideration because no one questions a brand that is well established. So you want to make sure that you craft an amazing brand, create a logo that is unique and represents your brand in the best possible way, something that is easy for people to remember. You want to make sure that your color palette makes sense, on your social media posts, your branding, your website. It all looks the same as far as the colors that you're using. The typograph, the fonts that you're using, they all make sense, they all match each other. The overall imagery that you're using, the way you take your pictures, the way you take your product pictures, the way you have lifestyle pictures of your products, you want to make sure that they all match and they make sense. You also want to define your personality, like what's your mission statement? Why does your brand exist? What is your purpose? Why are you selling stuff besides making money? What is your vision? Where do you see the brand in the future? Where do you see this business in the future? What are your values? People that resonate with the business values are more than likely going to become loyal customers. So what are your values? What principles guide your brand's decisions and actions? Are you here to support mental health? Are you here to donate a certain percentage of your profits towards a cause or a charity that, that resonates with your values? What is your brand voice? Is it formal? Is it casual? Is it playful? Is it authoritative? Like, the voice should be consistent in all communications. How do you want to display yourself? Do you want to be like a professional? Do you want to be someone who's fun and laid back? Do you want to be someone who is like, formal? Like, figure out what your brand voice is going to be. And storytelling, what's your brand story? Share the journey of how the brand came to be. What inspired you? What's your personal story? What's the story behind your handcraft items? Get good at selling your story, because as an entrepreneur, your story is what's going to have the highest conversion and the highest conviction whenever you're trying to sell something. Today's consumer also value authenticity. So be authentic, be genuine in your communication, and avoid over-promising. Be real, because if you're real with people, they'll be real with you, And, understand that this is a continuous journey of discovery, engagement, and evolution. So it's about resonating with your customers on an emotional level and providing consistent value. But a strong brand also will just help you set yourself apart from your competition. It'll help you set yourself apart from everybody else that's in the handcraft game. So taking time to create a valuable brand that resonates with your audience in the best possible way is 100% worth it, and it is extremely valuable in the long run. Okay, so now you have your products, you figured out how to outsource, you have your brand that's coming together, you figured out what platforms you're going to be selling. So how do you optimize your social media accounts? Now, the power of social media. Social media platforms provide access to billions of users worldwide every day, allowing brands like yours to engage directly with your audience. And for handcraft items, platforms like Instagram or Pinterest are extremely valuable, as they are visually driven platforms, and this allows you to showcase your products in an effective way where it's going to entice people to want to purchase them, So you want to make sure you choose the right platforms. Where are you going to sell? Are you going to leverage TikTok? Are you going to do Instagram? Are you going to be on Facebook? Are you going to be on YouTube? Are you going to be on Pinterest? Where you got to choose your ideal audience. You have to choose your ideal platform to be marketing your products, to create content, Ideally, you want to make sure that it's a place where your ideal customers are at. What are the demographics? What's the usage? What type of content are you going to make? Are you going to focus on short form? Are you going to focus on videos? Are you going to focus on blogging? What type of content are you going to create when it comes to choosing your platform and figuring out how to leverage social media? You also want to make sure that your profile is optimized. Use a clear logo or a picture that represents your brand in the best possible way. Make sure you add a bio or description about your page so people can know what you're about. And make sure your username and handle makes sense and it's consistent across platforms, so it's easy for people to find your brand. And it also makes sure that it makes sense with what you're selling in your niche. Another thing is you want to have a content strategy. You want to be consistent. You want to make sure that you're posting every single day. You want to make sure that you have a diverse set of content. Mix product showcases, behind the scene looks, customer testimonies, and educational content to add a diverse selection of content for your followers. Because the more diverse set of content you have, the more likely you're going to have content that's going to resonate with different types of people, different types of audiences, which is going to help you gain more traffic, get more engagement, which is going to in return result in more sales. You also want to make sure that you have engaging captions. You want to create content that's going to have some kind of CTA, that's going to make somebody, take action, want to comment on your stuff, want to share your stuff, want to share your products with other people and your ideas. Make sure you focus on creating content that's engaging. And on top of that, you want to take time to engage with your community. Respond to all comments and direct messages. Take time to collaborate with influencers within your niche or other brands that are doing what you're doing. Encourage customers to share their photos, Take advantage of user-generated content by having your customers create content with them using your products, with them using your services. That's how you take advantage of creating content and leveraging other people's, reviews and what their perception is of your business, because that is also extremely influential. Reviews are game changers. The more reviews you have, the more trust you will build on certain platforms, and the more likely you are to have more sales. So when it comes to creating content, you want to make sure that your quality content is engaging. You want to make sure that you regularly post content to boost your visibility. The different types of content that you can actually make, like we talked about all over again, I'm just going to go through this all over again, is going to be product showcase, highlight handcraft items, their features and their unique selling points, tutorials, share how-to guides or do-it-yourself related to your niche. Even if it's not directly about your product. For instance, if you sell handcraft jewelry, a tutorial on styling them can be also very valuable. Customer testimonies, customer testimonies are going to be your bread and butter. And storytelling, share the journey of your brand. Share the journey of the inspiration behind your products or the stories that resonate with you and your audience, so that way people can get to know your personality a little bit more. Because the more people get to know your personality, the more they're going to want to purchase and support your business. Do collaborative content. Do guest posts. Go on somebody else's blog. Have somebody from a blog go on your blog, go on your website. Have other experts share some advice on your platforms so that way you can add more value. Do collaborations with partners or influencers and other brands so you can take advantage of leveraging other people's audiences to become part of your audience so that way they can support your business and they can learn about your products. Take advantage of user-generated content like we talked about. Take advantage of people making content using your products. Give them some kind of promo or some kind of incentive to want to send the videos to you. Hey, if you do a video that shows you doing something with my product, I'll give you 15% off on the next purchase, or I'll give you this unique free gift. Like, do something that has some kind of incentive to make people want to create content for you. And ask for feedback. Use tools to ask for feedback. When people give you their email, send them an email after they make a purchase and be like, hey, I just want to follow up and see what the experience was like for your, for whatever it is that you bought. How was it finding the product? How was it receiving it? How was the shipping? How was anything? So that way you can figure out how to improve your business. So now you got to figure out how to pick your marketplace. So we know that we're going to be on social media. We know we're going to be advertising our products throughout social media platforms. We already have everything established, know what we're selling. We picked our niche. Now, where are we going to actually sell these products? So selecting the appropriate platform is essential because it determines your ability to reach your target audience. Access platforms' specific tools and manage fees and costs. Every platform is different as far as what kind of tools they have, what kind of fees that they charge, what kind of audience that is hanging out in that platform. Like, there's a lot of different things you want to keep into consideration, and these can significantly affect your business's success and profitability if you play your cards right. So the importance of choosing a right platform, you want to make sure that your platforms is where your audiences are. You want to make sure that you focus on the features and tools and whatever the costs are, like we talked about. Factors you want to consider are going to be targeted audiences, product types, the ease of use, how user-friendly is that platform for both you and the buyers, and the integration options. Can you integrate these platforms with other tools or services that you use? Can you integrate them with your social media accounts? Can you integrate them with your website? Can you integrate them with additional marketing tools that will help you reach more people? You also want to stay updated. There's always new emerging platforms. They emerge. We're living in a digital age, a digital revolution. And because of that, new emerging platforms new emerging marketplaces are going to show up all the time. So you want to make sure you stay up to date on the different platforms. Understand how the platforms are going to ever change as well. As the world changes, the platforms are going to change with them. So make sure you stay up to date as far as whatever the policies are and all that good stuff. So we're going to talk about a couple of shops right now. The two primary shops that I'm going to cover in this video is going to be the Etsy shop and Amazon Handcraft, because these guys are powerhouses in the game when it comes to selling. But let's go ahead. So Etsy stands as a beacon for handcraft and vintage items. Whenever you think about a marketplace online for finding and selling handcraft items, Etsy is going to always be the first thing that comes to most people's mind because they are one of the big players in the game. They are huge when it comes to selling your stuff, and they have a huge audience of people that are on that website every day looking to buy products. So the way it works is, sellers create their own shop, they list their handcrafted items, they manage the orders, and then Etsy will take the payment processing problem away, and then they will pay you on commission for each sale. Obviously, this platform is going to charge specific things as well. Every platform is always going to charge for you to sell on their platforms because you're leveraging the huge wide audience that they have. But usually it's not too crazy, and if you do your pricing right, you'll have some pretty good commission and you'll make some pretty good profit. So some of the benefits of Etsy is that it's an established platform already specifically tailored for handcraft and unique items. So people on that platform are already looking for what you have to offer. Not only that, but it has global reach. It has a built-in audience that's actively seeking different people from all over the world. So you have the potential to sell from people all over the world, which is also going to give the opportunity to sell more. It's a trustworthy payment and review system. Like I said, people, they've been around for a long time, so a lot of people trust this business. They also trust the reviews that come from, the different sellers and stuff. You can maximize profits through this business through this platform by optimizing your product listing. Make sure you use relevant keywords to make it easier for people to find your products when they're looking for you. Offer bundles or discounts when it comes to bulk purchases. If someone buys 2 of your products in your store, maybe they can get the 3rd one for 50% off. Participate in Etsy ads to increase visibility. As you start to make profits with this business model, you want to reinvest in marketing, because then you will get more sales, and more sales means more customers that are going to become loyal customers that will support your business and become will provide reoccurring purchases. On top of that, you want to set up your account for success. So what can you do to set up your account for success? You want to use high quality photos that showcase different angles of your product. You want to use photos that also can include lifestyle photos that show your product being used so people can see how it would be used. You want to write descriptive product descriptions, including the size, the weight, the materials, and the care instructions. You can also use powerful tools like ChatGPT to help you come up with product descriptions. You can also offer amazing customer service, including fast replies and fast customer shipping. And the things you want to avoid is making items that are easily compared to other items in the marketplace. Not updating or leaving your listings outdated. You want to make sure that you're updating them at all time, especially when it comes to product inventory. Not responding to customer feedback, or inappropriately responding to negative reviews. Those are things you want to avoid, because these platforms, they prioritize their customer service. So if you don't know how to give customer service, then they're not going to want you on the platform. TikTok Shop is going to be another amazing platform that you can use to make sales. TikTok is a powerhouse, and they are new to the game, so this is a relatively new platform. But the way it works is TikTok allows sellers to integrate shopping links to their videos, directing viewers to purchase directly within the app instead of having to go to some other website. This is a new feature that is a game changer for people that are here first and taking advantage of the opportunities that come with moving to a marketplace that is relatively new. Not only that, but TikTok is investing heavily into the TikTok Shop. So right now is a huge opportunity for people who can jump in right now and take advantage of the marketing and the push that TikTok is giving to new sellers. The way you can maximize profits is you want to create engaging short videos that highlight the uniqueness of a product. You want to collaborate with different influencers so you can have a wider reach, and you want to utilize TikTok ads to attract more people and get your products in front of targeted audiences that are more likely to purchase your product. When it comes to designing and creating your account, you want to make sure that you set it up for success. So you want to post consistently. You want to keep in line with current trends, engage with user comments and feedback, showcase your products in action, highlight their values, and things that you want to avoid is promotional and salesy content, stuff that seems very spammy. You want to avoid, you also want to make sure that you avoid, long gaps in between your content and all that good stuff. Copyright infringement. You want to make sure that your content isn't like exactly the way you're copying somebody else. You want to be a little bit more unique. You don't want to be repetitive and things like that. So Amazon Handcrafts. Hold up. Okay, sorry, I had to move the thing on the right because it was like bugging me. I couldn't see half the thing. But anyways, okay. So Amazon Handmade. So this is another extremely powerful platform that is extremely lucrative. We're talking about Amazon. This is a powerhouse in the e-commerce world. They're not going to go anywhere anytime soon, and it is extremely beneficial to be a part of this platform. So how does it work? Basically, handcrafters can list their items on Amazon's Handmade website. It's the same thing as the regular Amazon website. It's just a section that's dedicated to craftsmen and handmade things. You can manage sales through the Seller Central dashboard, and Amazon will charge a referral fee for each transaction, just like every other platform does. Amazon has secure payment processing as well. And you do have options for shipping services. So if you want to create your items and then you want to send them to an Amazon warehouse, Amazon will take over the shipping part of you, which is huge because now you don't have to worry about order fulfillment. All you have to do is just dish out these products. Now, I highly recommend you take advantage of this platform. This is the only platform that offers, shipping services where they will do all that for you, where they will offer 2-day shipping for your specific products because you can get your items listed as Prime, which is another huge thing. So take advantage of that. The benefits that come with selling on Amazon is that they are a powerhouse in the game. They have a vast customer base, and not only that, but they have an established trust and logistics setup for their customers. Products that can be eligible for Prime, like I said, customers want their products as fast as possible. When someone wants to purchase something from you, they're excited. They want to get it to their home as soon as possible. And because Amazon has Prime, you can offer them that more attractive, Prime shipping, which is only 2 days. On top of that, Amazon has a dedicated section for handcrafted items that ensures that you will get the right audience. Like I said, they have an entire section of Amazon.com that is dedicated to this type of selling and this type of product. which can be extremely beneficial for you. The way that you can maximize your products is, you want to optimize your listings. You want to use clear titles, clear descriptions, and leverage the power of keywords to make sure that it's easier for people to find your products on those platforms. You want to offer promotions and discounts to boost sales and visibility, just like on Etsy, just like on Shopify. You want to utilize Amazon's advertising platforms, the same thing like Etsy and Shopify. The same thing like Etsy and TikTok Shop. Sorry. You want to make sure that you leverage the ability to do advertisement, especially as you start making profits, because as you reinvest, you're going to have a wider reach and it's going to increase your sales. Now, the way you want to set up your shop for success is you want to make sure that you have a clear product categorization. So you want to make sure that the product that you have set up, you want to make sure that the product profile is optimized to make sure that it shows up in relevant searches. You want to enroll in FBA to make sure that you have that 2-day shipping. You want to actively gather response and reviews from your customers. The more reviews you have, the more Amazon will trust you, and the more they will push your products out to people that are looking for your products. Things that you want to avoid are going to be not adhering to Amazon's guidelines. You want to make sure that you follow the platform's policies, otherwise they will ban you for your life. You want to make sure that you don't have poor inventory management. You want to make sure that if you're not going to be going down the Amazon, Prime route, the Amazon fulfilled right, and if you're going to be sending out the orders yourself, you want to make sure that your inventory management matches what you actually have available online, because it is going to make you look extremely, extremely bad if somebody purchases something from your store and you don't have it available in your inventory. That is a way where you will get that is a red flag for Amazon, and they will if you do this enough times, they will close your account permanently and you will not be able to sell on this platform ever. Okay. So additional platforms that you want to consider as well would be any type of social media store. I know we covered TikTok Shop because that's a new one that is huge. It has a lot of opportunities, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. But another store that you can do is the IG store. IG has the option to sell certain items, and if you focus on creating content for social media and you build up that following, this can be a lucrative marketplace for you to take advantage. Facebook Marketplace is another huge thing that people are always on there. There's a bunch of benefits that come with that. They have you can access both local and global buyers as well. You can take advantage of Facebook ads. You can take advantage of the different audiences that are on both of those platforms, Instagram and Facebook. I just wanted to bring back another huge thing that you want to keep into consideration for Instagram is that it is a visual platform, which means that if you can create a visually appealing product photography, then it's a good place for you to really promote your stuff. And lastly, your own website. As you get more into as you start making more sales, investing in your own website can be extremely profitable as well. You can take advantage of Shopify, which is a platform that allows you to basically create your own website, and it's almost drag and drop. It's extremely easy for you to download pre-made templates and essentially build a website in less than a day for relatively cheap as well. So when it comes to marketing your products, you want to make sure that you understand your targeted audience. What are the demographics? What is the age of your ideal audience? What is their gender? Where are they located? How much money do they make? You also want to figure out what are their interests, their hobbies, their values. What is their buying behavior? What is their customer persona? You want to create detailed profiles of your ideal customers so you can create tailored marketing strategies for them. The more different personas that you make, the better understanding you will have of your ideal audience. You want to take advantage of social media marketing, creating content, regularly posting content, making sure that it's engaging, taking advantage of short form videos like tutorials, behind the scenes looks, and product showcases. Another thing is just doing partnerships, affiliate marketing. Amazon has their own affiliate program, so if you can take advantage of different affiliate marketing networks, you can have other influencers promote your products, and they can do that in exchange for a commission. That is worth it, considering that you're still going to be making an extra $1 or $2, considering that you wouldn't be if you weren't doing that affiliate marketing thing. Paid advertisement is huge. Now, this is something that I recommend that you do after you make your first initial sales and you reinvest the profit. Take advantage of paid advertising, as you saw on those 3 popular platforms, Etsy, Shopify, TikTok Shop, and Amazon Handcraft. They all have the ability to do paid advertising, so make sure you take advantage of those. You can leverage email marketing, create a newsletter where you can do regular updates, promotions, and news about your brand. People who love your product, people who love your brand are always going to want to be subscribed to your newsletter because they're going to want to learn about what's new, different updates, and they would love to get promotions and discounts because they're already regularly supporting your business. Now, promotions and discounts are also great ways for you to, market your business and your products. Flash sales, limited time offers, taking advantage of that scarcity is a great way to do it. Bundling services, bundling certain things, and loyalty programs. People who are repeat customers, don't be afraid to, give them exclusive deals, give them coupons through emails. Like, that's another way to encourage them to repurchase certain products and become reoccurring customers that are loyal. So you also want to take advantage of the best softwares. Now, what are the best softwares to use? When it comes to creating a website, you want to take advantage of Shopify because that is the #1 platform. It is easy for you to create a website. It is one of the leading e-commerce platforms offering a range of tools to create, manage, and promote any online stores. It has a bunch of customizable templates that are easy to integrate. It also has some easy payment gateways, inventory management tools, and marketing tools. Squarespace is another one. You can do this for a point of sale. Square is going to be, not Squarespace, Square. Squarespace is actually for making websites. Square Online would be a great way for you to sell locally, so you can accept credit cards or accept payments through debit cards. Sellbrite is a marketplace integration where it's a multi-channel selling platform that integrates with major online marketplaces. So that's another thing you can do for inventory management, order fulfillment, or listing optimization, especially when it comes to order fulfillment, because you want to make sure that your inventory management is on point. Adobe Creative Cloud is a great way for you to do content creation and editing, especially for short form video edits. Canva is perfect for graphics and branding. If you need to design a website, if you need to design things for your website or specific graphics for promotional campaigns or coupons or anything like that, Canva is your go-to for that. And HubSpot is your go-to for customer relationship management. It can be a great place for you to just kind of figure out, if you're doing anything on certain websites, it can be a good hub for you to keep track of all of your customers across all of the platforms. It can be one place where they can be integrated and where you can manage them. So what are my final thoughts? So before I give you my final thoughts, I do want to give you a couple of different examples. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that right now. Okay, so we're going to cover the two major platforms when it comes to selling handmade items. The first one is going to be Amazon Handmade, and the second one is going to be Etsy. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples, a couple of different sellers that are making really good profit doing this. So you can get a little bit of an idea, get some more inspiration, and kind of figure out, what you want to sell and how you can sell it. So first, we're going to go through the best sellers list right now when it comes to Amazon Handmade. So as you can see, none of these things are too crazy. This is a literal jar of fucks. This is just some customized, dog IDs. These are just some 14 gold, filled small hoops, just little filler ones. Nothing too crazy. These aren't even creative, but, people need them because they don't want their ears to close. Now, just to kind of give you an idea, like, you can get these. All you have to do is just buy these in bulk on Alibaba, and if you invest in, like, a laser engraver, you just figured out how to make money, because look at this person right here. That's all they do. They have a laser engraver probably in their garage or something, and then they just buy in bulk these actual dog ID tags that are, they don't have any personalization on them. And that's pretty much what they do, and then people get to customize the dog tag, and they get the order, and they just send it out. Pretty straightforward. As you can see, it doesn't require that much creativity. Basically, people are designing it for themselves. All you're doing is just getting it. You're just making it happen. You know what I mean? So a couple other things would be like this scalp moisturizer, which would be like healthcare stuff. Candles, another thing is candles. All you have to do is just go on canva.com, design an awesome label that makes sense, like this one right here, Mr. and Mrs. So it's, it's about a marriage, people who just got married. It's probably a very popular wedding gift. All you have to do is just go on Canva and design the label. Then you have to figure out, you can either buy the candles plain by themselves, or you can actually make the candles themselves and buy the products for that. Make your own little fragrances, and boom, you didn't have to be that creative at all. The most creative part of it is just literally figuring out what fragrance you want to do as far as the smell, and then just designing the label itself, which if you were to use Canva, it's basically going to do all the work for you, and you just have to, plug and play an actual template. So let's kind of explore a little bit more of these products. So as you can see, so here's a couple of different ones as well that are from, so these are actual sellers right here. This is an actual sellers page. This person specializes in doing bundles. So they do like, boxed gifts. So, pretty straightforward. What they do is they do handcraft items, but they actually do subscription boxes or boxes, where you can actually buy it. Now, just to kind of give you an idea, so even if this person was making about, let's just say $5 profit from this specific item, this person sold 2,000 of these in the last month. 1,000 of these in the last month. 700, 400, 300. You know, like this is just one seller that's making this. So even if they were to make $500 even if they were to make $5 profit each item, if they were to do this one, they still sold 2,000 of that. So what's $5 profit times 2,000? Let's just do some quick math. You know, I'm not great with math. So 5 times 2,000. This person is making $10,000 profit just from this item alone. You know, that's if they're only making $5. If they're making $10 profit, then, you know, they're making over $20,000 just from this product alone. They're making 6 figures just from this one product, not to mention this one, and all these other ones. And as you can see, they're customized products. They're not even that crazy. They're just decals that they're putting on mugs, decals that they're putting on cups, decals that they're putting on boxes and stuff. So decals that they're putting on candles. Like, it's not even anything that's too crazy. All you have to do is buy a printer that can print out decals, and guess what? You have customized things that you can sell. So you don't even have to be extremely creative. All you have to do is just make stuff that people want to buy. And and these are gifts, so they're relevant. You know, this is a gift for a woman. This is a gift for a wedding. This is another gift for a wedding, a woman. This is another gift for a man. So these are pretty straightforward, you know? Before and after patients, you know, gifts for like doctors to give somebody, gifts for like, you know, people who have services to give customers. Like, these are pretty straightforward, and these are things that people are going to be rebuying. Another thing, this person is selling jars that have the word fuck in them. And look how many they sold in the past month. So even if this person was only making $2 profit, they're still making $20,000 a month selling this item. You know what I mean? That's insane to think about. That's insane to wrap your head around. And if you were to go to your local Michael's, you can get all of this stuff for under $5 or $6. So, you know, if you were to incorporate this plus the Amazon fee, this person's probably making about $4 profit each sale, which is still over $40,000. That's a lot of cheddar for a box of Fox, or for a jar of Fox. You know, and they also have a couple other things. Now, this is also just one seller, just to keep it into consideration. 4 pieces of they're just selling clear glasses. My last fuck jar, this is just a funny gag thing. Like me when you want a BJ, that's hilarious. Like, these are funny and inappropriate jokes that people will actually pay for. They're simple things, and all they're doing is just printing out a decal, printing out a label, and just slapping it on that, and now they're selling it. That's basically what it is. Same thing right here, literally just creating a logo, just creating a label, and then having it printed, and then throwing the decal on these things. Pretty straightforward, not overly complicated, and it looks like they actually make their own scents if they do that, because it's not that expensive to buy candles that are already scented. They can probably buy them for about $5 each, and they're still going to be making, you know, $15 profit, maybe $7 profit after, you know, Amazon's fees. But if you look at how much these things are selling, $700, $400, $200. You know, these people are making 6 figures just from selling candles. So let's go ahead and jump on Etsy right here as well. Just to kind of give you an idea, these are what's popular right now from the seasons. Different things that can give you different ideas. We got bags. We got, what is this? We got little party hats that you can throw away after. We got little cases for glasses. We got little doll houses. Like, this is a high ticket product, as you can see. We got leather laptop cases. Like, these are a bunch of things, you know, shirts, husband, father, hero, legend. That's so easy. It's not even creative, you know, like, this is something that's a little bit more creative. I love it. You can actually put your own prints on them, like different things that sell that are for different people. Rings. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here's another seller right here. They have over 12,000 sales for selling the different types of jewelry that they're selling. Crosses, you know, things that are going to sell anyways that are already really popular. So it looks like they focus on birthstones. So these are customized things that are for people's birthstones. I'm pretty sure they do name engravings. They do all that good. Yeah, name engravings right here. They do all that good stuff. And I'm pretty sure they just have some kind of machine that does laser engravings for them. And they're making over 12,000 sales. They have over 12,000 sales. So that's just to think about it. Think about it like this. Even if they made $5 profit on each thing, what is $5 times 12,000? That is $60,000 in sales for this from just this thing alone right here. That is crazy, and that's profit. That is profit. And that's not. And look at, they're selling their items for a lot more than $5. You know, so they're probably getting at least $10 profit on everything that they're doing. Jewelry is not that expensive to outsource. Not that expensive to buy. Here's another person that's selling candles right here, and they have what? Let's see. They have over 63,000 sales. How much are their candles going for? Let's check it out. Let's see. Their candles are going for about $11. So, you know, after fees and stuff, they're probably making about $5 or $4 profit. But even then, you know, 5 times 60,000. Let's check that out. 5 times 63,000. That's $315,000. This person is making easily over six figures selling candles. Check out some other people. What is this person doing? They're doing leathers. Now, for sure, this person has an engraving machine that does laser engraves. All they have to do is buy these leather wallets in bulk, and then they will engrave somebody's name in them. I'm pretty sure they're getting the leather wallets for about $5, and then the engraving itself is free if you already have the machine. So you're probably making about 5 or 6 cents. You're probably making about $5 to $10 profit from selling these alone, and they have over 97,000 sales. So this person is making over $400,000 selling engraving on wallets that they're not even making. They're not even making these wallets. All they're doing is just putting them into their machine, and their machine is doing all the work. Don't get me wrong, they had to invest in the machine, and the machines like these, they can cost anywhere to like $1,500 to $3,000. So they're not cheap, but they have a lot of opportunity for you to make a lot of money. Even if this person was making, $5 in profits, he's still bringing in over $400,000 in sales. That's $500,000 selling wallets. That's insane. And then let's go to our last example, which is another one that I enjoy. So this person literally does small, simple things. They do custom orders, and all they're doing is going to Michael's and buying pre-made frames for about $5 or $10, and then they're printing stuff from their house and they're adding it like that, and they're just making it customized. They're just adding their own little uniqueness to it, which for this specific person is going to be that color and the way it looks, kind of like I guess you would say like I don't even know how to describe this style. I guess it would be like farmhouse style. There we go, farmhouse style. But even then, these are very simple paintings, extremely simple paintings that don't cost that much money. I guarantee you they're making at least $5 profit. They're making over 500,000 sales. They're making over $500,000 selling this product. At least $400,000. That's insane. That's insane to wrap your head around, guys. So don't be thinking that you cannot make six figures selling handcrafted items, because the data shows that you can make over $500,000 selling picture frames. So, you got to just do your research. You got to take time to figure out what you're passionate about. You got to take time to do the research and figure out what sells. But if you can do that, and if you can find a product that's a winning product that people are going to consistently buy, then you can make a lot of money. So, okay, let's go ahead and continue with the slides. Okay, so I had to do some editing for the video. That's why I was kind of slightly cut off like that. But now that I showed you guys a couple of different examples, you can see how this is an extremely lucrative business model. There are lots of opportunity for you to make money, so take advantage of that. So my final thoughts is, as you navigate through the world of selling online, especially for handcrafted items, it requires a blend of creativity, strategy, and adaptability. So you want to be creative. You want to be strategic. You want to be able to adapt to the ever-changing platforms that are always happening, because as you move into the e-commerce space, as you move into digital marketing, everything is always changing because of the trends, because of what's popular, because of what's hot, because of what's working, because of what's not. So you want to stay up to date on everything that's changing when it comes to the way you're promoting your products and the way these platforms are operating. You also want to embrace authenticity, because you're selling handcraft items that are unique. You want to embrace the authenticity of your craft, and you want to let your passion shine through in every project and interaction. Customers are drawn to a genuine person. They're drawn to genuine stories and that human touch behind creation. You want to continuously learn, like we talked about. Engage with your community. Take advantage of social media. Build that customer base that is loyal by going beyond just selling. Engage with your audiences through social media, through email newsletters, or even face-to-face interactions at local craft fairs. Listen to their feedback and let them be a part of your creative journey. You can even create content that is catered towards specific questions in the comment sections. That would be a great way to show the community that you're watching, you're listening to them, and that you're here and you care. Celebrate small wins, While the goal might be to, get to six figures, celebrate the small wins as you go along the way. Every positive review is a small win. Every repeat customer that becomes a loyal customer is a positive win. And every lesson from the failures that you overcome as you step forward and become better and master this type of business model, celebrate those small wins, Invest back into your business. As the profits start to come, reinvest a portion back into your business to create a better brand, to upgrade your equipment, to take new courses on how to market your business, and to reinvest into paid advertising. And lastly, look into diversification. While it is essential to have a niche, consider taking advantage of certain seasons, consider taking advantage of, a different product range, and explore different platforms. At the end of the day, when it comes to selling things online, The only thing that is limited is your creativity. Your creativity to make amazing products, your creativity to market your business in a certain way, and your creativity to give your customers a unique experience working with you. So take advantage of those things. Take advantage of the space that comes with selling handcraft items, you know? As always, be hungry, fail forward. Understand that this business does take time for you to get started, but as you get started and as you invest in growth and reinvest into the business, you can easily get to the point where you can get six figures, as we showed you in the examples. Those people are killing it, and it's for dumb items like fucking literal jars that say the word fuck in them, or small candles that just say Mrs. and Mr. As you can see, this is a very lucrative model, and there are a lot of different products that you can sell that are extremely profitable. So take advantage of the wide range and variety of items that you can sell. Take advantage of the powerful marketplaces like Amazon, Etsy, new platforms like the TikTok shop, where they have lots of opportunity. Like, stay hungry, be consistent, you got this, I believe in you, let's do it.